Hello, everyone. Lee's got another one for us. He does. And it was decided by his spinning wheel. He has a spinning wheel that picks at random. And, of course, this is the Party Prince Rumble. That's what he's titled it. And, yeah, it's going to be all random. But it was by his selection. But that was chosen at random by this wheel that he has, which I think's awesome. And also, he's trying to get to 20 winners so he can do the 20-man winner, which would be really cool. So it'd be the best of the best. And we're kicking things off here with the Hawk. Yeah, that's what happens when you eat too many greens. That's what happens when you eat all the greens, including spinach and all. You know, you can either be like Popeye or you can be like the Hawk. I love the episode of Family Guy where Popeye goes to the doctor and they what the doctor tells him. Oh man. Yeah. But anyway, let's kick things off. And this is for Lee. Another round of his picks. And he always does a really good job with these. So I like going back to the older stuff. Maybe we'll look into even older stuff than this. That would be cool, I think. And we'll see who's next here. Oh, it's player one from the Squid Games. Yeah, I love Squid Games. Squid Games is one of my favorite shows. You know, South Korean shows are the best. And we'll see if Il-Nam can take on the Hawk. It's not a very fair matchup. I mean, look at the age, look at the size, look at the weight. Just everything's against player one. But he is very smart. Let's just say that. I don't want to give anything away. But, yeah, that season one's still the best, but season two is pretty awesome. I really enjoyed season two. And, you know, the front man, he's one of the best villains. And we got Jimmy Neutron at 3. And this is Jimmy Neutron basically on steroids. So, yeah, he grew up apparently. And he's like 6'9". And, yeah, I guess he's going to join the NBA now. He's like as big as, well, he's not as big as Shaq, but he's almost there. You know, Jimmy must have ate his greens also. I'm not telling people to eat greens, but honestly, I've always been, I'm not a dessert person, so I've always been a full meal person. I would rather have seconds on a meal than a dessert, because seconds on a meal is way better than a dessert. And we got Leon going after the Hawk. And Leon's fought a lot of monsters throughout his day. So, you know, the giant green man is nothing compared to some of the stuff he's battled. And the worst thing he's had to battle is dealing with Ashley. And we got Trevor at 5. Yeah, that'd be the worst thing ever, dealing with her. Oh, my goodness. You know, Ada's one thing, because, you know, Ada Wong has got it going on. We all know that. But, yeah, she's just such a weird love interest because she's all about herself. And Leon could not take down the Hawk. But, yeah, she's all about herself. She's all about self-preservation. But I think she has a small spot in her black heart for Leon. You know, I haven't finished the whole series, so I don't know what happens in number 6. And we got Kit Fisto, Mr. 3 Seconds. I lasted 3 seconds against Palpatine because I got tangled up. That's the only reason why. The other 2 guys lasted 1 second. And then Mace almost won. Which, you know, Mace, I think, is excellent. I wish they would definitely bring him back. And, you know, anything Sam Jackson does is just amazing. He's one of the best. He's the most iconic. I think one of the most iconic actors ever. He's been in how many roles? I mean, crazy amounts. And we got Falcon at 7. And now Galactus. Oh my goodness, the Eater of Worlds. And Kit, trying to make a name for himself. He definitely has lasted longer than he did with Palpatine. That's for sure. You know, those Jedis, I think they joined the Order because they were ugly. I really do. Because, you know, being a Jedi, you're not allowed to have a woman. So, I think a lot of them wanted to make an excuse. Because, I mean, look at some of them. I mean, look at Kai Addy Mundy, whatever his name is. I mean, humphead. Camel humphead. And then you got the long neck, the draft neck guy. Imagine him on a date. The date's trying to look at his face, and she has to look up because his neck's so long. So yeah, I think some of these Jedi signed up, and of course Kit Fisto wasn't going to do nothing. We should already knew that going in. I think a lot of them signed up for the Order because they just didn't have a shot with any women because of their looks. And there goes Captain Falcon. Oh man, so that stinks for him. Oh, we got Phil here, who made Bad Barbie, unfortunately. Well, you know, she's not that bad. She's not that bad. He created the monster, though, but I wouldn't call her a monster. She's quite the success. He's had a lot of monsters on his show, though. He's had a lot of weirdos on his show. He had this one guy on his show one time that thought he was Batman. And his wife would work 2 jobs while he would stay at home and pretend to be the Dark Knight. And it's like why does these women, why do they stick with these men? They act like there's no other men around. It's like, why in the world would you date a guy who believes he is the Dark Knight? I mean, like, he even wears the black mascara over his eyes when he's not wearing his mask. It's ridiculous. Any man that would do that, why would a woman stay with him? I mean, it's got to be a publicity stunt. And that's why I don't like Phil's show. Because he brings all these lunatics on and gives them more spotlight than they deserve. And that's what happened with Bad Barbie. It really got him good on that. But she has some talent, at least. She can rap okay, I think. She's not the best or anything, but he made her famous, so it's his fault. And he still regrets it to this day, and, I don't feel sorry for him one bit. I hate all those talk shows, whether it be Steve Wilkos or Maury Povich, or who else has there been? All the View is the biggest pile of garbage ever. And number 11 is Freddy. Yeah, speaking of, well, I said The View and I got the King of Nightmares. So I don't know what's worse, having a dream with Freddy in it or watching The View. So they're just beyond. I mean, this is not even like, with The View, it's not even like a political thing. They're just beyond gone with everything they say at this point. So, I mean, they even said that Joe Rogan said that dragons exist. He didn't even say that. They totally took a line out of a podcast and literally made up something. And they even have the evidence of the footage. And then they try to smart off Matthew McConaughey, and he told them off. So it's not just about what their views are. It's just them in general, just running their mouth constantly. And Galactus takes down Freddy. So he's going to be tough. He's definitely going to be tough. He's always one of the toughest ones to try to deal with. He is the Eater of Worlds. And we got John Wayne at 13. I've only seen one of his movies. Shame on me. I've seen McClintock or something. I didn't like that one, but I heard it's not his best. And I heard the newer True Grit with Jeff Bridges is way better than the old True Grit. That's what I heard. So. And Cell is 14. So Wayne is still hanging in there. And we got Cell, of course. I need, I know I keep on saying this, but I need to watch some anime. I need to watch some more anime. I know I've said that 100 times, and after, 90 times, you start not to take what I say seriously, but it's the truth. I need to watch more anime. And 15 is Kirby. I like Kirby, actually. I'm not, obviously he's pink and stuff, but, he's cool. He looks like a big thing of cotton candy with eyes and a mouth. And Link. John Wayne going in. I would love to see John Wayne versus Link. That'd be fun. That would be a fun fight. And we got Luigi at 16, which is my favorite of the brothers. And I wonder if they're going to do another Super Mario Brothers, because that would be cool. That would definitely be a cool thing to see. I thought the movie was good. Obviously I think if I was a child, I'd probably enjoy it more. But I thought the movie was fine. But Luigi's always been my favorite brother. For some reason, I have a hatred for the color red. So, I don't know why. So that's one reason I don't like. There's many reasons. I never like the main character. I always like the side characters. And Kenny, speaking of side characters, well, he's kind of a main character, but Cartman's technically the main character. And I like Kenny and Stan more than Cartman. Which is some people would consider that blasphemy to say that, but it's my honest take. I like both of those characters better. I do like Cartman better than Kyle. And don't even get me started with Kyle's mom. Oh my goodness. Cartman's definitely right about her. He's definitely right about her. I think my favorite parents is Stan's parents, but I haven't really gotten really far into the series because I heard Randy does some crazy stuff. So I don't know what all Randy does, but I heard he's a pretty crazy character. I've only watched like 5 seasons of that show. And I gotta say, it's amazing. I'm gonna get back on it because I kind of took a break from it, but it really, there was some times where I wasn't in the happiest of places, and I just put that show on, and oh man, it's just so great. If anything can make you happy, it's that show. And of course, it's at the expense of others, but who cares? Who cares about others? And we got Cornball, Ben Matlock. I hate some of those older shows. Columbo, Matlock. Oh wow! I never thought I'd see Andy Griffith do that. And did you see what he did? As soon as I said I hated those shows, you saw what he gave me, right? You saw what he gave me. How dare him? And oh my goodness, now he's thrown out Cell? Come on. He flipped me off. It's like, what? That is not Andy Griffith. That is an evil clone. Because Andy Griffith would never do something like that. He would never. And 19 is Baraka. Yeah, there was so Ben Matlock, and then you have Andy Griffith, which I like Andy Griffith. I think that's a good show. There's certain characters I don't like on it. I don't like Goober. And there's another one I don't like. Otis. I don't like Otis or Goober. Or whatever his name is, the mechanic guy. I don't know if his name's Goober or what. And Matlock is done, so make sure you put a quarter in the swear jar for each finger. I want 50 cents in the swear jar. Because it looked like from here that he flipped me off, and I don't like that. And Link is finished. And Kirby's still in. Of course, he's considered a super heavyweight. Doesn't look like it, but in the game, he definitely is. In the real game. And we got Chris Redfield at 20, which I'm going to have to catch up on my Resident Evil, because apparently he's not a good guy anymore. I don't know what his issue is, but apparently he's not good. And Baraka in trouble. Galactus is really, and Kitty's already dead. Galactus is really doing good. And we'll see how far he can go. I mean, he's been in for a while, I believe. So is Kirby. Both of them really staying in here. And Baraka has a chance here if he goes for the charge, if he has the guts to do so. And we got Draven at 21. So Eric is in the house. It's always good to see him. Love that movie. Love The Crow. Crow's such a wonderful film. And I still have it. And I got rid of a lot of Blu-rays. I had like 400 at one point. I got rid of about 150. So I'm down to 250, which is still a lot. And I kept The Crow, of course. And I rewatched it last year before the new one came out, which had one good scene in it. The new Crow had one good scene. It was definitely in my top 5 worst of the year, but I didn't see a lot of bad movies. And I would consider it mediocre, exactly average, 5 out of 10, which is not good. And there goes Redfield, and Draven takes care of him. And Draven's getting this crowd going. And Lee's got some great picks. We've had some, poor Baraka's about to put his back out. He's going to have to need back surgery. He keeps up. Lee has once again picked a great roster, but you have to admit, he's going to always pick a great one because I have the greatest ones in here. I didn't keep the bums. I wish I would have kept another account, but I think I did pretty good for what I had. I think I did have 3 accounts at one point, and one got lost. But it didn't have, I think it may have had like maybe 20 some guys on it or something. So it didn't really matter. Luigi's done. And Crane, another super heavyweight, is entered. And this is the time to get rid of Galactus. And we got Swamp Thing at 23. I said it like a country boy. The Swamp Thing is here. Wild Thing. And Baraka is done. And 24 is Loki. I always love Loki. Better than Thor. Of course, I always root for him over Thor. He's a great menace. I mean, and you know, he changes, which I love. I love when villains change. I love when villains are forced to team up with their, you know, the person that they despise the most. And they're going to try this again. And they almost have it. Crane and Draven are trying to get rid of this beast. this eater of worlds. And he's, oh my goodness, he's still alive. Just unbelievable performance here. And Kirby and Galactus are really doing well in this. They've been in for a while now. And we got Jaraz here. I forget it. I think I said it right. I don't care. I don't like him anyway. So, the only reason I kept him, I think he just was on there. You know, he's not that impressive compared to some of these other ones are 10 out of 10. But, you know, it's a good one for him. It's just not like, look at Crane and Galactus. They're just amazing looking. That was just beautiful designs. And there goes Kirby, and Galactus just destroying anyone in his path. He's just wrecking house. He's going to be tough. And if he keeps this up, we'll see how far he can go. And we got another heavyweight coming in. So this guy can cause problems too. And wow, a good counter there by Garage or whatever his name is. I don't care. And wow, he's taking him out too. Lee's definitely getting his money's worth here. He definitely is. This is just absolutely crazy. And that time he could not counter the Crane. It's so weird to have a person talking out of your stomach. It's just, and you got these three heavy hitters. Of course, more are going to join. And we'll see what happens. We'll see if Galactus can go all the way. He started off pretty early. Before 10, I know it was before 10. But I know he has an advantage over some of these guys, but the fact that he's done this well is still impressive, but because he's been double teamed. You have to think about that, and he's in the way right now, so nothing that Crane can do. And we got Doom at 27. And we got my boy, Skrillex. I love Skrillex. I love that. I was going through some of my CDs. And I know CDs are outdated. They're no longer special like they used to be. Unless you're a collector of physical media, which I love physical media. But a lot of people use Spotify or Apple or Amazon now to get their music. But I still have a couple CDs. I did donate a lot of CDs, but there's one album I did not donate, and that was Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites, the Skrillex album, his first, major album. And we got Nikolai at 29, my boy Nikolai. But Skrillex was a big part in high school years, sophomore year, first discovering them, the first time hearing Cinema with Benny Besa or whatever his name is. And Gary somebody. And it's just an amazing track. And then it went from there to First of the Year. And then Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites. Of course, they got Kill Everybody, that song. Weekends. Scada. What else? Rock and Roll Will Take You to the Mountain. The list goes on that album. I know First of the Year is part of the next album, but just a really good. And once, like, some of his newer stuff, I don't enjoy as much. That first album, that Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites EP, is just legendary. And we got Broly here, and I highly recommend it, Lee. I recommend it. If you need some music to listen to, that, Scary Monsters, Nice Sprites album, if you're into that stuff. Some people, like one of my favorite teachers, she used to say it sounds like people drilling on your teeth. So, I mean, I don't get that with dubstep, but I can see where people didn't like it because it doesn't have a lot of singing in it or rapping. I mean, he does collab with rappers sometimes, but it's not anything very special. I mean, he did a song with A$AP Rocky, and he did a song with, what's his name? Rick Ross, and a couple other people also. That was, his Purple Lamborghini song with Rick Ross, really good. I'm not the biggest fan of Rick Ross, but he's got a great flow. But I'm not a big fan of his lyrics, and him as a lyricist. But I do think when he does Purple Lamborghini with Skrillex, that song just slaps. It's great. But I still like Wild for the Night with A$AP Rocky. A really good one. And there he goes. So he's not going to be wild tonight. He's going to be going home tonight. And we still have, Galactus and Crane are holding things down now. Those two are the two to beat. And what a show that they have put on. I believe we are down to these people. And this one has been a lot of fun, Lee. I mean, I don't know how it's going to end. I have no idea how this thing's going to end. I mean, I don't think I think Nikolai's going to be done. Yeah, no chance. And Doom's going to be probably done here. I would, if he gets him on, well, maybe not. He could have been done easily. He just got lucky there that he got punched so hard that he fell off. And oh my goodness, Galactus' power is unreal. The Eater of Worlds just continues his wrath. What a performance. And now he's going toe-to-toe with another Fantastic Four villain. And, oh, wow. And is he going to do this again? I mean, he's destroying everyone. And it is down to these two. What is the odds? Oh, my goodness. These two have been wrecking house. And now it's going to be a showdown between these two. Which I'm super excited for. I know Crane hasn't been in as long. But what a performance we are seeing here tonight. And, it's definitely a good one. This is definitely one of the best we've had in a while on here. And look at that counter. Oh, Crane has the opportunity to end this. I mean, but come on, he's got to get him at least over a little bit. Unbelievable. Galactus has basically become invincible. And just, nobody can stop him. Oh, man, we're going to get that cutscene. Thank goodness. Because we definitely deserve this cutscene. Man, these two have put on a show. And Lee is just fortunate tonight to get this. Because I'm telling you, it is special. What we are seeing here. And I don't know who's going to take it. Because these guys are just a force to... Uh-oh, here we go. Oh, my goodness. Uh-oh, but he can counter. He can counter. He's not going to counter, though. Wow. And Crane defeats Galactus. So I believe Crane came in 21, 22, around there. Wow. And he just ruined he just was a party pooper for his friend there. Just unbelievable. Wow. But 21 or 22, you guys know the rule. You better not point at the sign or he's going to pay the fine. Because he's not going to WrestleMania. That's for sure. He's not going. Him and that disgusting vein in his chest. Or his belly, whatever. Yeah, but anyway, what a performance, though. Still great performance. I'll give him free parking. If he can fit in a car. You might have to bring a monster truck in if we have enough room. But, yeah, oh my goodness. I really wanted it the other way around. Because you saw how far he came. And you saw how much he conquered. It was just unbelievable what he did. Starting off that low and just making it look easy until the end. And, the finisher got him. The finisher put him away. So that's unfortunate. But, Lee, I hope you enjoyed it, Lee. It was really fun. And you always put good ones together. But this might be one of the best ones in a while I've seen. Because, we saw people, usually it's 29, 30, 28. But it wasn't the case that time. So, I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you all later.